Can you give me an example of how you think these traits that you described can help a leader be successful?
Like patience and all that?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, it's almost like basic human decency. If I have people trying to help me in the role I'm in, so if I have a boss and he's willing to be patient with me to teach me something, and then I continue to produce that like that, that's a result of him taking the time to be with me and train me and care for me and get me to a spot to do my job to where he doesn't always have to be there for me to do it. If I can't keep performing that, then yeah, of course, I don't deserve to be in that role anymore. He's got to do something about it. But I think realistically, in order to be a good leader, you need to have a certain set of skills in order for respect to exist in the workplace. Some people don't agree you need respect. Some people don't agree you need to be liked. Some people don't agree that it's almost like that you don't need to have social skills in order to do your job, but I don't. And I think in order to be an effective leader running a workplace where people are feeling like they want to be there, those are important traits to have. And humility as well. It's not one I said from before, but if my boss is walking around all arrogant and just talking up stuff and not really caring about us, it's just hard. Versus a boss that's willing to serve his employees and care well, I think that's important. Because you're going to get employees that are going to jump up and help you down the road when things kind of get hectic or crazy or help is needed because you will have taken the time to be there for them. Not always, but that's the hope.
Okay. And how have past career experiences, such as mentoring, training, job assignments, helped you develop your problem-solving skills?
Oh, I've had a lot of jobs where bosses didn't necessarily teach me those things. I was most effective in a job position where a boss showed me how to do stuff or even showed me how they came to conclusions. Like, for instance, I help teach people, I help run our ops group. So operations goes from balancing the budgets, allocating money, funding, all that stuff. I suck at that. I am not good at operations, but I was shown how to do it and I was shown how to problem solve in it. So it helped. And now I currently show other people how to do that. And they're doing well. And part of it has to do with that boss teaching me how to do that well. Or in other instances, I had to learn everything on my own. It took me a lot longer to get there. So in other job positions I held, one of them was writing legal paperwork. I'm not a lawyer. And so I had to call a lawyer. And I called a CPA to make sure the financial side of things were good on the legal documents we were writing. And it was this whole long process where if my boss had just taught me how to do that, which they didn't know how to do in the first place, hence that whole you got to kind of know what your employees are doing thing. It took me 10 times longer to do it in order, for me to get to where I needed to be. I still got it done, but I think it had been bred in me already at that point from other more qualified, better leaders on how to be a dynamic thinker. And I think it's being able to run into a wall and keep finding ways around the wall. And it was, it's good leaders that got me to that point, not bad leaders.
Okay. How have past career experiences, such as mentoring, training, job assignments, helped you to understand the social systems in the workplace?
That's a good question. I've held a lot of different job titles in my career. I've worked at an engineering firm, at a doctor's office. I was a camp counselor, English teacher, so a variety of things. And in all of those settings, what I've seen in terms of, I think, it's almost like intercommunication, right? Is that your question?
Like, how has it helped you understand social systems in the workplace?
So I think in understanding like the top-down leadership and like seeing like how communication kind of comes out from the leaders down to the lower employees, it's always been the good leaders in those environments that communicate to everyone almost equally, like treating everyone the same, like respecting everyone and loving everyone in that way, and just being an effective, I think, caregiver for all. And I get that's tough. I've had in the role I'm in now, like sometimes the people I have to care for, I don't really feel that sense like I want to care for them, but I know the value of taking the time to do so still. And I've been in places where the boss doesn't, and I feel like I just want to leave. Like I don't want to be a part of it. I don't feel any buy-in. I don't even feel a sense of camaraderie. It's just, it's not enjoyable to me. And I think it's indicative of the higher leadership in companies or organizations or whatever you're doing to have people who care for those below. Because if not, it's just, it's not a place you want to be.
All right. And then how much time do you spend getting to know your employees beyond the work environment?
It's a good question. The older I get, the less it is. But I do see there of value in getting to know your employees. Outside of work, sometimes it's just difficult. Once you have families, once you have kids, once more things jump into your personal life, it's harder to do. I've found it like, maybe lunch opportunities or just in between, work spots here or there, just getting to know them. I think it helps give a sense of being known. And when you're known in a workplace, you kind of want to be there. Not everyone agrees with that. There's some people who are like super duper introverted that like, I don't want anyone to know anything about me. I don't want to have any touch points. But even then, I think deep down, even if you're known as someone like that and that you are given space because people know you, it matters. And it's good to be known even in that regard, to be like, yeah, okay, like people know me enough to respect my desires and what I want here. That's good. I think that's still worth it. So I think it's still valuable to kind of push in that area of people's lives, because then you get a sense of who you're working with and how to work with them more effectively.